when I stop having fun, I probably won't do it anymore. But I have the best subscribers in the whole world. I told them about meeting Fran and Nancy at the retreat. So it was just so much fun. It was so much fun. And they were surprised. And I said, well, I just love to sew. So why not do what I love to sew and help others along the way if I can? So anyway, it's still, there it goes. Oh my gosh, how funny. Hi everybody. That is just taking forever. And I'm just sitting here talking to myself. It's pretty funny. There we go. Hi guys. Oh, I look really so pale. We actually, after this, we might get in the pool for a little bit. It's going to be in the 80s today. And I said to Tony, I said, I have to get a little color on my face. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Valerie. Sharon. Hi, Sabrina. Hey, Teresa. Thanks for being here. Karen. Hi, everybody. If I missed you, hi, Nicole. Rhonda. I'm just looking up to see who all's here. Hi, guys. So we decided to do this yesterday, and we're going to sew up a Louie. I love the Louie waist pack. In fact, that's what I have my stuff in right now, because I wanted to have a small bag to carry with me at the sewing expo so I could have my hands free to look and shop. So, oh, there's Jan. Hi, Jan. Barbie, question. Can you first clarify the gusset you modified? I want to do that. Oh boy. I am I'm doing the regular version today, Sabrina. But what I did was, I'll show you just real quick. I did away with these little pieces. I didn't use, for the modified version, I did away with these pieces. These are, I don't even know what these are called. Let me see. These are called the zipper flange. I didn't use those on the modified version. And instead, I did my zipper gussets 4 inches wide on both sides. I think I did 4 inches wide. No, I didn't do 4 inches. I did 3 inches wide on both sides of the gusset. And then I used the seam allowance, and it gave more of a boxy type bag. So I don't know if I have one here. Let me go see if I have the one. I have one that I've been carrying forever. I don't know if I put it. No, I don't have it. It's in my bedroom closet because it's my bag. But yeah, and so that's what I did. I did this. Everything else was the same. The front and backs were the same. The front, back, top, and bottom were the same. So the only thing I changed was I got rid of these. You watched the video? Okay. And then I increased the zipper gusset to 3 inches or something like that. 3 or 4 inches. I don't remember what it was. I really like that version too, but I also like this version, and I decided to just do the regular version today. Hi, Rhonda. All right, look at my t-shirt. You guys, this is my new bag today. I'm gonna keep this one, I think. So I did my normal crossbody strap with the zipper or the overlays. So I already did that, and I did 1.5 inch. So yes, I did do that. Then I decided to use the greenish denim. It has a name, and I don't remember what it is, but this is from Tulip Bee. Hi, Barb. Hi, Jojo. But I did interface it, With just a little, I don't know what this is. I think this is Lux Fuse, not Lux Fuse. It's one of Barb at Got Interfacing, her interfacings. I can't remember the name of it, but I like it. It feels more like fabric. And so I did that just to give the denim a little something. You could use foam. You could use some of that EVA foam from Louie at Wild Pony. And then this is what I decided for the lining. Look at this, guys. It just goes perfectly. I was looking through what I had available in green, and you have that sticker on your machine. Oh, good. This is from Zipper Valley. This I bought with my last batch of purchases from Zipper Valley, and it is gorgeous. It's her Day Flex, I think is what it's called. It's very much like the Smoothie Smooth and Luxe Bonded Nylon. So that's what it is. No, this is my own. I have a die for these for my 4-ton press. So no, it does not. This is, she does the waist strap totally different than this. I'll show you what I'm doing. I don't prefer how it is in the pattern, only because I wear it as a crossbody, and I like to be able to change out my crossbody straps. So that's what I'm doing. Hi, Alicia. How are you? All right. Oh, there's Mona. Hi, Mona, and Brenna and Ellie. Oh my gosh, we got the whole gang here. I love it. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. So this is the base that I put a little bit of that. It's a little stronger than SF101, but it's very similar. And then I did do something different on the inside. I know, I can't help myself, you guys. So here's the one at the front that I put a little of that interfacing on, and then I put my tag on. And then I think Cindy Raven is the one who showed me this. She puts a slip pocket on the inside. So I did. I put a slip pocket on the inside. The pattern doesn't come with any pockets. I think there is an updated option for the pattern that has card slots. I don't use card slots hardly ever in bags. So, because I like to either carry a small accordion, a mega accordion, or a purse pouch. Those are probably my go-to. And then the Architect wallet. Or the, actually the Barbie leather wallet I've been using lately too. So I just made a slip pocket with a little tiny pin pocket. And then I did a top overlay with the denim. The denim is a little stretchy. I realized that when I was sewing the, it's not bad, but it is a little stretchy. So I would highly encourage you to interface it if you're going to use it. Hey, Donna. Hey, Wendy. Jackie, you're a happy lady. Your hubby spent the morning creating a basket for under your skyver to catch the waist. He got some metal runners and a square basket, and it works great. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Okay, so let's get started. What do you say? I have my pattern. I actually printed the pattern, a new one. I've made this pattern so many times. My pattern is a little tattered. So I decided, oh, let's just print a new one. It's only seven or 8 pages. So that's what I did. All right. So that's the back lining. Is anybody who's sewing along with me? Anybody sewing along with me today? for fun. Just for fun. I know, Brandon. Don't you love this shirt? I thought, every time I see this shirt, I think of you, Brandon. I can't help it. You made my stickers for me, and I made it into a shirt. Candace, you're sewing along. Okay, perfect. Sabrina, you're sewing along. Oh, good. Lynn Diana, as soon as she finished cutting out the last piece. Yes, yes. Okay, perfect, perfect. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to try my best to go by the pattern. You know me, I tend to get all askew, but I'm going to do my best. I have the pattern up here on my iPad, but I also printed it. Oh, you're finishing the et al. Bag by, who is that pattern by, Nicole? The ETOL. Who, oh, Bart ACC 18 is on her second one. I love that. I was going to actually, I got up early this morning. I was going to do one ahead of time, but then I got distracted doing other things. You know, I get so busy doing things and with the dogs, and our lives are so busy now that we're retired. I don't know what we did before when we were both working. I have no idea. But I was telling Tony the other day, I said, we need to do a top to bottom house clean. You know, with dogs, you have a lot of dander and dog hair, and, you know, it just gets everywhere. So I started this morning by dusting everything. I cleaned out the microwave, but I dusted everywhere except for our bedroom. What else did I do? I felt like it. I worked for about an hour cleaning. We've got probably 3 or 4 hours, so I'm going to do some more after I get done here. After the pool. After I play with the dogs. I know. It's never ending. Okay, so take your back bottom lining. Okay, let's take our back bottom lining, and we're going to add our zipper. And we're going to add I'm going to add my zipper after I put it on because it gets all bunchy. But we want the zipper going to the left, closing to the left. Okay, so now I'm just going to baste it on. And I have my narrow foot on today. Who was it on the live yesterday? Talked about the leather foot for the fabricator. I went and bought one last night. Thanks for enabling me. I've never had it, so I decided, I'm going to try it. Who was that? Who said that? Oh, it's the Make Space. Oh, okay. I'll have to go look at that one. I'm not sure I've seen it. You know, I have so many patterns that I haven't done yet, but if you're like me, sometimes you want to just make something that's familiar, and that's what we're doing today. So I'm going to pull you down here so you can see what I'm doing, okay? So here is the back bottom lining. The zipper is right side up, and I'm going to add my zipper pull now. If I can find out what I did with it. Here it is. And I'm using antique brass hardware. Oh, it's the March bag of them. Oh, it's that curvy one that Kasai did. Okay. I'm not a big fan of the curvy, and I'll tell you why. It's not the bag. It's my skills in getting a curve zipper on that looks decent. I can't do it, and I don't like the way it ends up looking. So I probably won't do that one. All right, so there is my back bottom lining, my zipper right side up, the zipper pull closing to the left. Okay. Now we're going to take our back bottom exterior, which I don't have anything on, and we're going to add that right sides down, sandwiching our zipper right in there. Yeah. Okay, let me grab this. Believe it or not, I had a hard time finding a zipper that I liked to go with this. This was the best I could do. Okay, now we're going to sew the full seam allowance. I believe, let me see. I believe the seam allowance is the same throughout the pattern. Yes, it is, unless otherwise stated. Okay. Let's do it. I'm going to try and recomment. Karen, I have to show you my face. Karen, I am so excited for you. Casey, I'm doing the Louie waist pack. We're just kind of doing a mini sew along. We talked about it yesterday. The Creations Louie waist pack. Karen, I am so excited for you. Oh my gosh. So is it like 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks for you to get it? Does it come with the table? Oh my gosh, you're going to be, I'm so excited for you. I can't wait for you to get it. It's a game changer, Karen. Yep. Sorry, I had to stop and talk to Karen about her new machine coming. Oh dear. Why won't my zipper pull get out of the way? That's weird. Okay, I'm just going to sew right by it. Oh my gosh, it's a game changer. Totally a game changer. Is it a Thor? I'm just curious. Oh, that's why it wouldn't do it. Yeah, see? This, yeah. That's a bummer. This, I'm going to have to put tape on it here because oh dear. It got all askew. Yep. It did this earlier with me, with the pocket. Look at me. I already got Jack the Ripper out. That's a bummer, isn't it? That's all right. We'll get it done. So this denim, just a word to the wise, I would use double-sided tape. It moves around a lot. I noticed that with the other. It's not a bad thing. It's just you have to know how to use it. Let me get this and we'll fix it and get it going. No wonder I couldn't figure out why I couldn't get my zipper to move for me. So we're just going to put a little piece of tape here. And I'm going to get this. This is probably going to show. So I'm going to try and get that out of there. Yeah. I'm glad that wasn't top stitching or anything really important, you know? Okay, here we go. I had 2 jacks right here on my cart. That's how much I use jack. Some days I use them more than others, you know? It's okay. It's part of sewing, really. Let me move this out of the way over here. There we go. Okay, now let's tape that down, and then we should be good. Okay, let's try that again. If you are new to sewing, and I think there are quite a few new people on the channel who are new to sewing, never be dissuaded by making mistakes or things going not the way you expect, because I would say, and some of you guys can chime in, 99% of the time, everything's fixable. Oh, see, you can't even tell. Look at that. That's the outside, so you can't even tell. Okay. I need to move this just a little so you can see a little more. There we go. Okay. Now we're gonna pull that wrong sides together, and we're gonna top stitch that. What do you guys think of the new camera angle? I'm not 100% convinced. I think I like it. I have a hard time knowing where what is being seen. That's the only thing I'm not sure I like. Sharon, I'm right there with you. Sharon, how's the puppy today? How's your puppy today? I hope you don't mind me asking. You've been sewing for years, and yes, everything's fixable. Yep, I would say 99% of things are. There is occasionally, I mean, I think in all the years I've been sewing, I have thrown away maybe one bag because what I did, I don't even remember what it was, but it wasn't worth fixing. All right, now take your back lining piece, back lining, and we're gonna baste that on. And I'm gonna use some more tape. I think I'm gonna get 1/8 inch here though. She is a bit better breathing, not as labored, adjusting. Meds is needed. Back to the vet Monday. Okay. Yep. My heart just breaks for you, Sharon. It truly does. I've been there. It's just awful. Okay. So now we're going to add the back lining, right sides together with our other lining piece. And we're going to baste that on. Eighth of an inch basting. Okay. Yep. You're welcome. Oh, just an update, Sharon, my friend Sharon, about the house across the street. We were talking to our other neighbors that live next door to that house last night, and they got the scoop on who's moving in. It's a oops, I'm going to use some tape again. I'm using some of that. It's a multi-generational family. It's some parents, a daughter, a 4-year-old, and I think another parent or two. It's a big house. So I wonder if they would just let me, you know, have the downstairs occasionally for some sewing retreats. Do you think they'd care? Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, can't do it. Check your zipper direction. It is supposed to be going this way, isn't it? Let me see. Yeah, it's supposed to go this way. Let me go get my bag that I've been carrying. That way I know exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. Hold on. It's right here. Hold on. No, it's going the wrong way. So here's the bag that I carry right now. This happens to be some lamb leather. This is a couple years old, and my zipper is going the other way. Who was that? Yeah, let's fix that. Let's just fix it before we go any further. Who was it? Who said that? Who said that? My friend. Gail. Thank you, Gail. It takes a village, you know, it just truly, truly does. All right, let's put this on here, right? I suppose it would have been fine, but I like how it is on that bag that I occasionally carry, so thank you for that. Now, I'm on live TV, and I won't be able to get my zipper on. Yep. Hold on a minute. Let me take this off. And just, oh dear, look at that. That denim, you know, it frays, but that's okay. Oh, for heaven's sakes. She keeps waving at me. Hi, Maggie Moo. How's my Maggie Moo? Brenna's little girl's name's Magnolia Ray, and we call her Maggie. I do. She's about the sweetest thing there is in the whole wide world. Okay, goodness gracious, that was painful. Much better. Okay, let me clean this piece up. Goodness gracious alive. You know, denim, it just frays. Okay, that'll be fine. That will be fine. Okay, right side down. We have a decent seam allowance, so that'll be all right. Okay. Fixed. We fixed it. Thank you, Gail. Takes a village. All right, let's do our seam allowance. Move my zipper out of the way. Okay. Oh yeah, much better. It was going a little hard, so I had to make sure it wasn't goofed. All right, let's fold that up and top stitch next to the top part of the zipper. Perfect. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so pretty. You know, it's always different when you are sewing with something you haven't used I've sewn with jeans material, but not like this. All right, I'm going to move that to the center, and I'm going to use my handy dandy zipper jig to close my zipper. Did you know you could do that with this zipper jig? You can close the zipper teeth. It's perfect. All right, now. The denim is, I think the denim is available at tulabee.com. I believe so. No, it's actual denim. It's a lightweight denim. It's really nice. All right, let me see what's next. I'm trying to follow the directions. Oh, I need my templates. And I don't have them in here, so let me go grab them. Sorry, guys. Tony says, "Are you live?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I keep forgetting things." All right, let me pull this up so you can see my embarrassed face. So I do have the templates for this pattern because I've made so many. And you do need the pattern piece. To mark some things and to trim this back piece. Okay. Let me put those over there. So now we need to put the piece here along the zipper, and we're going to mark it and trim it. Okay. I'm just trying to get it even. Okay. And then once I do that, before I cut this, I like to stitch inside just barely inside my mark, so that nothing comes apart, especially with this denim. You're also closing up your zipper pocket. So, I mean, this is really my first go with this denim. I think when I use it again, I am going to, now I'm just going to trim it right outside my stitching. I would interface the whole piece, not just outside the seam allowance, because of the frame. You know, there are a lot of materials that we use these days that frays. You know, like Bengaline frays like crazy. So I always interface the whole piece. So I would do that next time. Okay. Oh my gosh, isn't that going to be just the cutest thing? Look at that. So now you have a full zipper pocket there. Oops, you can't see what I'm doing. I'm so sorry. Okay, there we go. That is just perfect. I have to have a sip of coffee. I know. Kathy, thank you. That's one of the problems with this camera angle. Okay, now what is next? Let me look at the pattern. Okay. Before I move on, I'm going to mark my notches for where the gusset starts and stops. Since I have this here, just going to mark it with a pen inside the seam allowance. There we go. Okay. Perfect. Now we're going to work on the zipper gusset. So I'm going to set this beautiful thing aside. Isn't that pretty? Oh, you know what we need to do? We need to add a zipper lining or a lining piece. This is the front. I think I'm going to do the one that I don't have anything on here. Oh no, this is the back. Yeah. So let's put our back zipper pocket, or not, it's not a back zipper pocket, it's a slip pocket. Right, wrong sides together. And we're just going to base that all the way around. And then I probably will do a little bit more trimming because it looks like I didn't get it trimmed perfectly, but that's okay. Yeah, a little more trimming to do. So let's just base that together. So here's our back that we finished. And here's one of our lining pieces. Yeah. I don't want it to, I'm going to use these clips. Can I put the camera down but not overhead? I can do it this way. It seems like it's far away though. I'll move it in just a little. Hold on. How's that? Is that better? Yeah, I'm not convinced that I like the overhead view. It may be okay for some things, but I'm not 100% convinced I like it. It feels a little distorted. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm just playing with it. All right, let's base this together. All the way around. Yeah, that's better. Okay, good. Yeah. I actually like it better too, I have to say. I'll work on that overhead view. I think it needs to be over my shoulder, personally. Okay. Let me just trim this up. I'm going to get my pinking shears and see if this helps me. You like that better? Okay, good. Good, good, good. I'm going to do a little pinking around here. Pinking shears do not like zippers, just so you know. Okay, that's better. Okay, good. Pinking shears do make quite the mess, though. Thank you, Diana. Okay. I dropped something. Where is it? Oh, it was a clip. Okay. So there you go. That's the back. Man, isn't that pretty, though? Ooh. I like it. Oh, dear. I mixed clips, you guys. Danger. All right, now let's see. All right, now we need to do our zipper gusset. So let's grab that. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. So I did go ahead and add my 2 zipper pulls. And I just want to make sure that my zipper is the right length, because I think I got a little carried away when I cut it, because it needs to be the right length for the pattern. Make sure this pattern comes in a small and a regular. So, oh, Wendy, yes, my middle name. Let me put you up here where you can see me. Let me talk about that just a second. My middle name is Jeannie. When I devised my company years ago, actually in 2006, I was talking to my mom, and she said, well, why don't you make it Barbie bags? And I said, well, Mom, people will look for Barbie clothes or Barbie doll items. And I said, I don't do any of that. And she goes, well, that's true. Why don't you just use your middle name? And I said, oh, okay. But I go by either Barbie or Jeannie, so you're fine either way. All right, so now let's see. We're going to grab our zipper with the zipper pulls, and we're going to grab our little flanges. So you should have 2 lining that are mirrored, 2 mirrored and 2 exterior that are mirrored. So in other words, they should look like this when you put them together. Let me put it down here so you can see. They're not the same. Okay. So I'm trying to decide. I think I need to use a little tape. I'm worried about this is going to move on me, so I'm going to use a little bit of tape to keep it where I want it. Because I did not interface these pieces on purpose. Okay. So these go, the exterior goes right side down along one end of the zipper. This is probably, I'm not going to use 1/4 inch, it's a little too thick. This is probably the most difficult part of the pattern, honestly. And when I first started making the pattern, I got all up in arms because I didn't do it perfectly, and the end result looked perfect. So don't get too hung up on this part. So this side, so I have this side on one. Just make it sure it's on the same side of the zipper tape, and this one is going to be on the other end, right sides down. So you should have a piece that looks like this. Okay. So that's the exterior. I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to do the exact same thing with these 2 pieces. This is the lining piece. Hey, Holly. Oh my gosh. This is probably it's the most confusing part. But again, it doesn't have to be perfect. So don't get hung up on it. And And then this piece is going to go right side down on the same side of the zipper. So that's what you have. You have the lining here and the exterior here on one side of the zipper. And let's add the final piece. And then there is a dot on the pattern piece where you pivot. That's where people probably get hung up the most. I don't worry about it that much, honestly. And you'll see, it's not that big of a deal. I'm going to show you where the dot goes, though. And we'll try and do it. So the dot goes about right there. Ooh. I have a little extra tape here, and it's giving me fits, so I'm just going to get rid of it. There we go. Let me find the pattern piece. It's over here. I'm taking time to go over this because this is the most confusing part of the whole darn bag. And it's not hard. Let me grab that piece. I'm just going to put these over here. So you can see in here, there's a little dot right there. Let me bring it up here so you can see it a little better. Hold on. There's a dot right there. It's right at the peak here. So that's where I put my dots on these two pieces. Right here and right here. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to sew that, but as we get to that dot, we're going to pull this off. I know. You know what? I just realized. Yeah, no, this is right. Okay. So we're going to start. What can you see? Let me pull you down again. Sorry. Oh, Annette. Good. Okay, so we're getting close to the dot. Then I'm going to grab some of my little bitty Kellys, and we're going to pull these two pieces, the exterior and the lining, and just hold them, and we're going to taper off to that point. Okay. Now, it doesn't look like the picture in the pattern. Mine doesn't typically, but that's what I did right there. Okay, oops, can you see it? Let me pull this up so you can see there. At that dot, I just kind of tapered off to the edge of the zipper tape. That's it. That is all there is to that. And then we're going to pull those together. So Annette, you got compliments on how well it was made, and you're a happy camper. Oh, I'm so glad. You know that I wanted to keep that bag. You do know that, don't you? Mm-hmm. So you are the one lucky girl, because I might just have to make myself another one. Now we're going to pull those wrong sides together. And we're going to top stitch. Okay. So just like that. And we're going to top stitch all the way around. And I'm going to start down here where you can't see my back stitch. Right there. Okay. I'm gonna turn it. Oh, you guys are not gonna believe this. You're not gonna believe it. I ran out of bobbin. Can you believe it? I was trying to use a bobbin up, and I had done a little bit, you know, prep. There you go. That's what I get. No big deal. Always happens at the most, almost always happens at the most inopportune time. Okay. No one will ever know. This matches so well. I'm just going to back stitch. I'm just making sure my lining is the same. There we go. Okay. Now this is just basting it together. Okay. So this is what it looks like. That's the front. And that's what it looks like on the back. Now, if you can see, it doesn't really look like the pattern picture. It doesn't like skew off, and that's okay. It doesn't really have to. I'm just going to burn those little ends. I know. Oh, we did win the bobbin more the other day, so I was pretty happy with that. All right, let's do this other side. All right, so just the one big key is make sure it's on the same side of your zipper tape on either end. So this end here doesn't have anything. This side of the zipper tape, whoops, this side of the zipper tape doesn't have anything on it. Just so you know. Okay? All right, let's do it. Okay, when I get to that point, I'm gonna taper my exterior and my lining. Sometimes I have to use my Kelly's. So I got my exterior and my lining. Okay. Perfect. Sabrina, Candace, Lynn Diana, how you doing? Now we're going to pull those wrong sides together. Clip those in place. And top stitch and then baste them together. Good. Okay, good, good. Okay. Oh my gosh, good. Excellent. Fabulous. Okay, let's top stitch this little guy. Now here I just want to make sure my lining and my exterior, this is going to be hidden, this part. You know, once we do our seam, this will all be hidden on this side. So it's not that critical, but you want it to stay together. So now we should have enough bobbin to finish the bag. Oh, you already did this. Well, you smarty. Okay, good. This is the hardest part of the whole bag. The hardest part. So that's what you have. They're on the same side of the zipper. This side of the zipper has nothing on it. That's where the zipper gusset goes. Okay, let's do it. So now we are going to do the zipper gusset just like any other zipper gusset. I'm going to add some tape here because of my movable denim. I would probably do this anyway. Okay, take the tape off. And we're going to add our exterior right side down on our zipper tape. Perfect. I'm going to add another piece. And we'll add our lining. Hey, Lori. That's okay, Candace. That's the worst part. So the rest of it is really a piece of cake. All right, now we're going to add our lining right side down. And then we'll sew that on. Stitch that together. See what's in the pattern. If you're not aware, we're having our roof replaced, so if you hear a bunch of pounding and loud noises, that's what that is. If you were here yesterday, you heard it, but they are working today. There's an army of guys out there, actually. Okay. All right, now we're going to put those wrong sides together and baste all the way around those. Lori, you were cleaning the barn. Is it cold there or is it nice there today? Did Rudy get home? Did he help you clean the barn? So many questions. So many questions. It's very warm. Oh, good. Awesome. Okay. Just make sure it's away from your zipper. Perfect. Okay, let's baste the raw edges and then top stitch next to the zipper. I have to have a sip of coffee. Yes and yes. Okay, good. Yeah, again, on this denim, I would interface the whole piece just with some SF101 or something to keep it from moving around and stretching. Other than that, it's really nice to sew with. Awesome. And you know, denim will last forever. You know? I mean, don't you guys have a pair of jeans you've had forever? Although I have to say, I rarely wear my jeans anymore because it's so hot down here. I still have them. Alrighty. Perfect. So there is our zipper gusset. You have jeans forever, you can't fit into them. I know. Well, I have various sizes. Let me just say that. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so pretty. All right, let's see what's next. Oh, get our base. So I have my base lining and my base exterior. And we're going to add those right sides on either side. And I'm just going to do it together. Okay, so that's the exterior, right side with the exterior. I'm going to turn it over and add my lining right sides together. Okay, I'm going to just go ahead. Well, I'll just do this one. Let's do this side. I'm just trying to make sure nothing's moving on me. Okay. And then I'm going to put those wrong sides together and top stitch. Top stitch that. Candace, are you using denim? I'm curious. Are you using this denim? Okay. And then we're going to pull this. What does my shirt say? It says, this is a sticker that Brenna, here. This is a sticker that Brenna made for me. And it says, this is my new bag. Hey guys, this is my new bag. Yeah. I love it. All right, let's pull it to the other side. Same with the lining, and just kind of squish stuff so it pulls up there. Oops. Did I move it? Okay, good. I couldn't remember if I moved the camera back. Okay. And let's just repeat that on this side. You're not using the denim. Okay. Interface it. Word to the wise. Something light is all it needs. Okay, let's turn it right side out and put the wrong sides together in top stitch. Beautiful. Hey, Jan, are you still here? Is my friend Jan still here? Oh my gosh, you guys, that is going to be so cute. Okay, now we're going to just clip these together. And I am going to baste them closed. I'm going to use plenty of clips. Jan, are you still here? Jan, how are you feeling? I wanted to check on you. Isn't it pretty, Holly? It's really gorgeous. I love it. Don't be dissuaded by, you know, some of the, you know, fraying and all that. Always, you know, there's a lot of stuff that frays. Yes, I will. I'll show you. I'll do that next. Let me baste this together and then I'll show you. I'm here. I've just been quiet. I feel much better today. I've been resting like you suggested. Good. Are you drinking plenty of fluids? Plenty of fluids. Sleeping like crazy. I should have waited to top stitch. I don't know what I was thinking. That's okay. Good. Follow the nurse's suggestions. I sure did miss seeing you, Jan, at the expo. All right, Sabrina, are you to this point? How you doing? Oh my gosh, that is going to be so cute. All right, my strap. Where is my strap? Here it is. So I make a, I take a 6-inch piece of webbing and I put a square ring on it. 1.5 inch or 1 inch, whatever you're doing. Bye, Teresa. Go help your mommy. So a 6-inch piece of webbing, and then I put the strap end on it and sew that together. So this is a separate piece initially. Then I put my slider on and do the normal thing with the slider, you know, sew it to itself. And then I put the webbing through the square ring up and through the slider, and then I add this on it too. I have a whole video on it, how to do it, because it's not hard, but once you get it, you've got it, and it's fabulous. So that's the strap. Not quite, but I'm good. I cut my finger on the rotary and had to get it to stop bleeding. Oh dear. That's not good, Sabrina. Where's your Band-Aid? Do you have Band-Aids in your sewing room? I do. All right, let's see what's next. Okay, so next we need to do our wings. And I realized that I cut these wings for 1.5 inch webbing, and I'm not using 1.5 inch webbing. So I'm going to trim them down a little bit. Not a big deal. You have options for 1.5 or 1 inch webbing. And for this, the way I did my, I just did 2 D-rings, a 5-inch piece of webbing, put the D-rings on and basted them together. But I don't like the fat. Actually, this will be fine. I'm just going to cut this down. I don't know that it really matters, but I think it might. So I'm just going to trim these. When I cut it out, I thought, oh, I'll just use 1.5 inch webbing. Well, I did for the strap, but not for this. And it's really not that much difference. You can see what I'm trimming off. It's not dramatic at all. Put them on the list. That's right. Definitely have Band-Aids in the sewing room. At least I do, because of how prone I am to cutting myself. Scissors, rotary cutters. You know, the scissors we use are so sharp that, which is a good thing. Okay. I feel better about that. All right. So now, the way I do it, and the pattern, she gives good directions on this, but the way I do it is I have my D-ring, I fold this wrong sides together, and I clip it on these ends here. This right here is where we're going to put our D-ring in. So I put it in, the D-ring goes inside, and then I leave about a 1/2 inch or so hanging out, and I'm just going to clip it so it stays together. So that's what you should have. So the D-ring is on the inside. And then we're going to sew down this way and all the way to this corner, leaving this straight edge open so we can turn it. Okay, so wrong sides together, and we're going to put our D-ring down inside, leaving about a 1/2 inch hanging out. And clip that in place. And then clip the rest of it together. Does that make sense to everybody? That's how I do these. She's going to go get one. I'll be right back. I mean, I cut myself with scissors right here on my index finger, and it bled like crazy, and it's just now healing over. Craziness. All right, so now let's sew this together. Make sure you know where your D-ring is so you don't go over it. Ask me how I know. And you're using the full seam allowance, just FYI. Okay. Now we're going to trim this without trimming our webbing. Just getting rid of some of that frame. Okay, so I'm going to trim this. I should have used my pinking shears, but I'm not trimming the webbing. And then I'm going to come in and trim this corner. So just like that. I trimmed the corner. I didn't trim the webbing. And then I trimmed down here. All right, let's turn it right side out. Wendy has a box of Band-Aids in her sewing room. I have them right here. And some hand sanitizer in case I need to clean anything up, you know. Then let's poke out that corner gently. And that's what you have. Now we're going to top stitch. Okay. I'm going to clip it. The pattern calls for 3 top stitching. Sometimes I do. I think today I'm just going to do 2. We'll see. Let me do this other one. Where's my D-ring? I can feel it in there. Did you see that Brandy from Bean's Bag, she sewed through her finger? Did you guys see that? It looked pretty bad. It looked pretty nasty. Now I'm going to trim that. I've done it. Just once. Thank goodness. Just once. That's once is all it takes. You're back? Okay. All right. Now, let's turn this right side out. I trimmed it. Let's turn it right side out. Poke out that corner. Yeah, she showed a picture. Brandy showed a picture of her finger. It looked pretty nasty. Yeah. Not a pretty thing. Okay. Let's clip these and do the top stitching. One of the reasons I do it this way, I'm just going to be quite frank, is this is the seam that attaches to the bag right here, and you can see that my webbing is my webbing ends right here, so the webbing is not in the seam where it attaches to the bag. Let me show you up here. So my webbing ends right here. I don't want that webbing in my seam for the bag. It just gets really, really thick. In my experience, I've done it that way before, and I just felt it was so thick. I didn't like how it sewed. So let's top stitch. I'm going to start over here on my raw edge, back stitch, and top stitch. Oh, Miss Attitude and Wendy. Yeah, don't do it. Be very careful. It's painful. I think when I did it on my index finger, and it took forever to heal. And these needles, you know, these machines are very powerful. They'll just go right through anything. It was on my fabricator too. It wasn't on Thor. Okay. One is done. I'm going to pink that a little bit, just a tiny bit. There we go. All right, there's one row of stitching all the way around. I'm going to do one more row. And I'm just going to start right here about 1/4 inch away from the first one. It's really purely decorative, but it can help with stability. I should get my hump jumper out. Okay. I'm just going to do 2 rows. So that's what you have. Perfect. Let's do this other one. Really, Wendy? Oh my gosh. Oh dear. Oh, Tony's feeding the dogs. I can hear him. Where is my hump jumper? Here it is. I rarely use this thing until recently, and oh my gosh, it makes a huge difference. Okay, I'm going to do 1/4 inch. Second row. It's so much easier with the hump jumper, I have to say. Okay, let me pink that. Perfect. All right, those 2 are done. All right. You're going to have squirrels in the peekaboo zipper sides. Oh my gosh, how cute is that? Candace, I've never made this Saya sidekick. I have the pattern. I've never made it. We should probably do that together. We could do several sessions because I think it's a long sew. I don't know for sure. All right, let me see what's next. Okay, yeah, we're going to add that to the back. Oh, the girls aren't happy. They're barking. Okay, one goes here, just above the zipper. Oh, they're in their pen. They're not happy. And one's outside. These dogs do not like to be separated. It is the funniest thing. In the morning, their kennels are right next to each other. They're in separate kennels at night in the laundry room. But in the morning, when we let them out, they act like they've never seen each other. They're the happiest little puppies. They get to touch each other and run. It's the funniest thing. Okay, so that's what you should have. Right above the zipper, right about the same going in. So this is what I meant about if you have webbing and your fabric here, it's very, very thick. You have the sidekick as well and have yet to make it. You need to retire, Mary. Oh. All right, let's just base those on. Where's my zipper pull? It's way over here. Okay. Can you hear her? How unhappy she is that she's separated from her sister. Poor thing. It's very disturbing for her. That's Rosie barking. Spoiled little girls. Love them to death. Okay, let's do this one. What time is it? 12:30? Oh no. We're getting there. We're almost done, actually. Just gotta put it together. I'm getting caught on the zipper teeth. There we go. I mean, even just with this, it's pretty thick without the webbing in there. Okay. All right. Got stuff everywhere. So that's what you have. That's the back. Now let's take our front and let's add our lining to the front. Wrong sides together. We'll clip that on and we'll base that together. Carol watching from Lucca in Italy on a short break. Oh my gosh, Carol. How fun is that? Right side up, ensure your markings are still visible. Oh no, wait. No, we don't do this. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do that. Okay. So take your front piece. Right side up. And I need to mark my gusset markings. Yeah, don't base your front and lining piece together. I do that. I almost did that wrong. There's a lot of noise out there. I think the guys are on a little lunch break. All right, let's find our centers on this. Find your centers on your gusset. And then I'm going to find the center of my zipper gusset. And I'm just going to mark my zipper because I don't want to, I never clip my zippers. I just can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it. Okay. Oh, how fun, Carol. That is so fun. I went to Italy years and years and years and years ago. I think I was, I don't know. It's probably been 40 years ago. Long time. All right, so let's find, and I forget. Let me look at this one. On the front, it's next to the zipper. So let's get the zipper right sides down on the front. And let's clip that together. And we're going to baste all the way around. And it'll probably be easier if you open your zipper. Find your center down here. Let me move it so you can see better, so I don't get out of the view. And where you marked on the main piece is where your gusset goes. The start and stop of your little bitty gusset on both sides. And then let's just clip it all the way around. Florence, that's on our bucket list, Tony and I, to go back to Italy. And I'm going to clip my gusset. Just a little. You always clip your straight edge. On the zipper, you just got to work it in because we're not going to clip the zipper. Okay. I love the Louie. This pattern, she has had to have sold thousands of this pattern. I mean, you see kids out and about, not just kids, but a lot of people out and about carrying something like this everywhere. It's a very popular shape and size. Okay, and then on the top, just ease your zipper in as best you can. It actually fits pretty good. I'm going to have to go really slow because I did not interface the sides of this. It'll be fine. I have the one hack where I get rid of the little flanges and make it a little wider. I think people have enlarged it, Mary. There are card slots that you can add. People have added a zipper pocket on the inside. I added a slip pocket on the inside. So yeah, I think so. I don't know. I think there might be somebody that, because one side is bound. Oh, just broke that clip. There may be somebody that has, done it as a totally turned bag. I don't know that for sure. I haven't kept up with that. You had to unsew? Oh dear. Okay. What did you unsew? What are you unsewing? Share, because you know I got Jack out already too. All right, we're going to baste that. Oh gosh, got stuff everywhere. So, let me read these real quick. It's been a while since I made this. We are going to, at the exterior main, right side up. Gusset, okay. 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 Yeah, we're just going to baste it all the way around. The zipper lining should be facing the zipper right side. Yeah. Ah. It's okay. It happens. Let me get my stiletto here. I'm just trying to go slow on my little curves to make sure I don't get any puckers. However, it wouldn't be the end of the world. Okay, I'm getting towards my zipper. So I'm going to grab my little Kelly's to make sure it stays where I want it to. I'm just pulling my zipper to the edge. And keeping it nice and flat so it doesn't get all puckered. Same thing on this top curve. Just grab it and pull it to the edge because you couldn't clip it. It fits perfectly though. Got a little foo-foo there, a little baby foo-foo. Where's my zipper pull? Oh! Danger. I dropped my, hold please, I dropped my stiletto under the table. it. Okay. That was not bad at all. Let's just see how it looks. Oh gosh. That's perfect. Now we're going to make it a little bigger seam, you know. I love it. Look at all these clips. All right, now we're going to squish everything inside here, and we're going to add our other lining piece to the front, right side down. Match your centers. This is going to be our turning hole for this side. So let's clip it all the way around. Excuse me. Let's match the top center. Squish it all in there. Make sure your zipper doesn't get in your way. Lots of clippies. Candace and Sabrina, are you guys at this stage? Okay, let's do this other side. I have never dyed fabric. You went off script. You went rogue, Candace. That's okay. It's absolutely fine. Okay. Hi, Cynthia. Yeah, Teresa is doing a live tomorrow. I think, what is she doing? Oh gosh, I saw it. It's a Lynn's Handmade. What is it? Somebody tell me. Teresa, Tree 60 Handmade. She's doing a live tomorrow at 1. Oh gosh. Oh, it's messy. Oh dear. What is she doing? It's a Lynn's Handmade bag. Okay, now I'm just going to mark where I'm going to start and stop. I like to leave myself a decent turning hole, but this material will turn pretty easily. The crystal convertible, that's it. Yep. Thanks, Mary. Okay, now we're going to start and stop from those marks. I'm going to start here, sew all the way around, and stop here. So this ends up being our turning hole. Okay, here we go. And I'm going to do a little 90-degree here so that I can easily put it together with tape. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to just feel for my zipper. And my corners to make sure I don't get any puckers in there. I might get a pucker though right here. I can tell. That's okay. Okay, here we go. I always have to lift it up to look at my zipper tape. Especially on these corners. Just poke your zipper tape in there nice and flat. There we go. On those corners, you don't want it to get bunched up. Perfect. The straight edge is pretty easy. Still got a feel for it. Don't sew over your finger. Okay. You know, I haven't tried that, Candace. I think there are people that have, though. I think you can. I think there are, I don't know if there's any tutorials out there on how to do that, but I think you could. This really isn't hard to do. You just have to take your time. I personally like the look of it. Of course, I like the hacked, my hacked version. Okay, now I'm turning. Okay. Beautiful. This side will be done. Let's turn it. You will be doing that? Candace. Oh, you're so funny. Let's see how we did. Make sure that you got all your basting stitches covered. That's always my worry. And that I didn't get too close to my zipper, and I don't have any major puckers. Perfect. No, that looks good. I'm looking before I'm showing you. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that looks really good, actually. All right, let's see how the zipper works. Perfect. There is the front. It's perfect. I know it's shocking to me, actually. There is one tiniest little pucker right there, but I'm okay with it. Okay. I love it. Now let's take the back. Actually, we need to top stitch. So this is where you need a little tape. Let me get a piece of tape here. And we're going to top stitch the front, and that closes this pocket. This turning hole, I should say. So I put a little piece of tape here. And then we'll fold that in so that as we top stitch, it closes this hole. And I know that sounds like it's really hard. It isn't. I've never had a problem with it. And I think I've made hundreds of these, it feels like. That's probably an exaggeration, but you know. Okay. So that's where the tape is. It's on the gusset side where I put the tape on that seam. Then I'm going to take the tape off. And we're going to fold the lining piece over that so that it catches. It catches as we top stitch. Take your time to get this good so that it catches. It's kind of hard to get it in the right position, I will say, sometimes. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. So that's what it looks like there. It's kind of hard to see. Let me bring it down. So my turning hole is this fabric. You can hardly tell. There's my turning hole. It's just taped right now. So we're going to turn it, and I'm going to top stitch on the outside. Let me get rid of all these clips. And that should close that turning hole up at the same time. Okay. Let's do it. I'm just making sure that it's covering all my basting. Just like that. Right there. All right, let's top stitch. And I'm back stitching. Just go around the corner. I can tell I need to change my needle. I can hear it. Isn't that funny? Oh my gosh, we caught it. I can tell already. Perfect. And when you get up to your zipper, just go slow. Oh yeah, that looks good. Okay, good. You know, when you hear the word denim, you think really thick. It's really not that thick. This is nice weight denim. Turn that corner. Okay. Let's hopefully we got it all. We'll see here in a second. Perfect. Nobody's ever going to see this, but it's perfect. So it closed that turning hole by when we did that top stitching. It's kind of hard to see because of the pattern of the fabric. And then there it is on the outside. Man, you can't even tell that I backstitched there. I love that. I love that. Okay, good. All right, so that is, now we just have to attach the other side and we bind the other side. Okay. Turn it wrong side out. And we're going to add our back. Right sides together, centered. Hi, Natalie. Welcome. Find your center. Nancy. Hi, Nancy. Nancy, I was getting my finger really close to my needle, and I thought of you. I haven't seen Nancy. She's probably going to say, where's that needle guard? I know. Okay, now you do also want to match your gusset with your mark. And because I marked it with a pen, I can see it. It's right there. Let's do this one over here. Where's my mark? There it is. And then we're probably going to have to clip our gusset. Let's do that. It is a good thing for it to be on my mind. It helps me. Thanks, Nancy. Okay. I am going to open this just so I can get my hands in there. And I'm just going to clip my gusset on the corners. Now there's no zipper tape on this side, so you can also clip the top. Because there isn't any tape up there. And then we just have to bind it and we'll be done. Because we already did our handle, our strap. Excellent, Jilly. Let me do this other corner. Oops, you can't see me. Sorry. Let me move that down. So sorry. All right, I'm going to clip this top corner gusset just a little too. Always clip half your seam allowance, no more than that. It's really thick right there, boy. Okay, we're almost ready to sew it. I can hear the jets out there. They must be doing some training missions. Okay, let's do it. Let me have a sip of coffee. And I'm just going to start down here on the bottom. And this is your full seam allowance. Go slow around your corners. I like to put my hand inside. It's going to get really thick over here, so we're just going to go slow as I speed up. It's thick because we have our wings on here. So there's many, many layers. Can hardly get that clip off. Can you hear it? There's so many layers. Oh man. Part of it is my slip pocket that I put on the inside had that denim trim too. I probably wouldn't do that again because it just added 2 layers to the seam here. It's fine. We're almost through it. Yeah, no worries. Lisa, I used Tulip Bee's new denim. It's gorgeous. This is my new Louie. I can tell you that right now. I love it. I know. I wish I could keep absolutely every bag I make, but sometimes you just can't. Okay, one more tough spot here. Just go slow. All right. Turning the corner. You know, denim is probably a lot like corduroy. I think the corduroy materials fray too. I don't know that. I haven't sewn with those actually. Corduroy is not something I would gravitate to down here just because of the thickness of the fabrics. Okay. Now we just have to bind it. I am going to even this and trim it just a little in prep for my binding. Don't over trim this, you know. I tend to do that sometimes. Okay. Perfect. All right. I am going to use this binding, this fold over elastic. I'm going to take a gander though before I do that just to see how it looks. That you don't see any of my basting stitches. You don't want your basting to show. And if you follow her seam allowances, you shouldn't see any. Nope, nada. Okay, so we're going to do the BJ method. We're going to clip this on, pull it around, all the way around, nice and taut. And then we're going to cut it with about an inch overlap. Then I'm going to pull this right sides together and stitch it together. And then we'll put it back on. It's the best method. Okay, I'm going to trim that just a little. All right, now we'll just put it on. Then we'll be done. This denim is not domestic friendly. This pattern is very domestic friendly. Not this denim. Nope. But if you use something like, I mean, a lot of people do this on the outside, the bonded nylon, and that would be very domestic friendly. Okay, let's clip this on. I mean, really though, this denim could be domestic friendly. It depends on what you make. Because it's not thick. When you say denim, you think, oh my, it's very, very thick. It's not. Okay. Clip it on there good. Oh, I need to trim this. This is very thick over here. I'm going to trim this a little more. Better. I have not made it without wings. Have you? How did you attach the strap? I kind of like the wings, actually. But I haven't made it without the wings. Have you, Lori? Have you made this bag, Lori? Hi, Kiva. Oh, yeah, you made it at the retreat last year, didn't you? No? We did this at the retreat last year in Ruskin. We did this bag. We did it out of Tulip Bee. I'm going to trim this a little more over here, too. I'd say, you know, I've done so many patterns, but if I had this bag, the Louie, would be in my top 5 favorite patterns. Easily. You think you have? What do you mean? You mean you slept since then? You don't remember? Okay, I'm just going to make sure I get this on good so we catch it the first go around. You still have the kit? That's embarrassing. I can't believe you admitted that, Lori. I'm going to say something too. You know, Chris's bag, I still have the kit. I haven't made it yet. I can't do a tutorial. So I haven't taken the time to do it yet. Because, you know, that's a pattern that will never be released. So we can't do a tutorial. All right, let's take a gander. Oh, gosh, I got everything. Stuff everywhere. Okay. I'm just looking. I'm looking. I want to get it on the first go. These corners, these sides right here are going to be tough, but we're going to give it a try. All right, here we go. And then we'll be done. I'm going to get my little clip bowl over here. Okay, I'm taking a breath. You need to do that bag. It's awesome. Is that the TOD? I have that and was just looking at doing that one. I'm not following. I must have missed something. Okay, I'm getting close to my really thick spots, so I'm just going to take my time. Oh, no, Patricia's talking about the Simply Classic bag. What was the name of it? Isn't that terrible? Lori, what was the name of the bag that Chris did at the retreat that we can't do a recorded tutorial on? Because the pattern will never be released. What is the name of that? Jan, do you remember? Okay, I have to, this is really thick right here. This is the tough spot right here. Slow bar, go slow. The Nina. That was it. Yep, the Nina. That's the one that we can't do publicly because that pattern won't be released. It was part of her. She did classes. I think she's still doing classes, actually. Jan, it's the Nina. Candace and Sabrina remembered. I have a kit for that. Actually, I have 2 kits for that. I should just bite the bullet. I love the bag. I need to do it. Yeah, the online classes. That's why we can't do a tutorial on the pattern. Because people will pay to attend her class for it. That makes sense. Okay, we're almost around the bend here. Oh, the roofers are back to work. Their siesta is over. What time is that? Oh dear. I really thought I'd be done in 2 hours. A little over. 2.5, that's okay. This is the worst part right here. Oh gosh. Come on, baby, do it, do it, do it, do it. Don't fail me now. Okay, we got through the worst part. It's still pretty thick here, but it's doable. Take a breath, bud. Okay. We are almost there, guys. I love binding. I know some people hate it. I love binding back. All right, let's see. Oh my gosh, I missed one little spot right here. Can you see that? There's about 1 inch there that I missed. Not a problem. We will fix that right this second. That's how easy it is. And with my thread matching perfectly, you'll never know. You'll never know because this is my bag. Yeah. Okay. Let me just make sure I didn't miss any other spots. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. All right, let's turn it. Okay, I'm going to bring you up. Let me see if I can figure out what I did here. There we go. The Louie out of Denim by Tulip Bee. Push our corners out. They look pretty good. Oh my gosh. Nice pocket. Let me grab my strap. I actually might put a rivet in here. I have a little thread there. I might put a rivet right here. Don't really need it. There's 2 rows of stitches, but it might look pretty. There you go. The Louie in denim. So you open it up and it opens wide so you can get what you need. And I have a slip pocket there. I don't know that I would add the slip pocket again. I just did it today just for fun. And there's a pin pocket there. And then on the back is the zipper pocket. That's where I put my phone or my wallet. Depends on what I'm doing. Oh my gosh. I love it. This denim, you guys. This denim is so pretty. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, Sabrina, how are you doing? Are you close to being done, or did you stop because you didn't want to get blood everywhere? I got it sticky right there. No, you stopped and just watched. Yeah, I would probably do that just because I wouldn't want to get blood everywhere. I'd take a break too. How about you, Candace? You guys. Oh my gosh. I love it. So, Tulip Bee. What's the name of this color in her denim? I forget. Jan or Candace, what's the name of this color? I forget. It's really pretty. No, this webbing is, I forget where I got this webbing. She has a color very similar to this, though. Oh, it's not listed. I thought her denim was already out there. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I thought it was already out there. Okay, so here's my Louie that I'm carrying right now that I love. So I have a babe. I'll have to make a baby accordion. I could make a baby accordion out of the denim. Okay, I'm going to put all my stuff in here. Hold on, please. So my accordion. I have a small Jordan pouch. Everything fits in here so perfectly. I have some hand sanitizer. I have some peppermints, which I think I'll have one right now. I can't be without peppermints. In fact, Tony went to Sam's today and got another bucket. I can't get it open. Okay. Okay. Eyeglass cleaner. A pen. Lip gloss. More peppermints. A receipt of some kind that I don't need any longer. Okay. That's it. Oh my gosh. So, I wouldn't do the pen pocket. That it's not tall enough. It's stuck up. That's okay. I'll put my lip gloss in there. Oh my god. So, Annette, when I send you this video, I'm in love with this denim. My guess is she's going to sell out pretty quickly. Donna, you've never made the Louie. Oh my gosh, you will love it. It's the perfect size for grabbing and going when you're shopping. Because you just need the essentials. And actually, I carry it every day. There's a thread here. I have to get it. Sorry, guys. Okay. I'm done. So, the Louie by Uh-Oh Creations. You have your big pocket back here in the back. Gail saved me from my zipper going the wrong way. Mary, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea. I love it. Thanks for joining me today, guys. The Louie in the denim, her new denim from Tulip Bee. And then this lining is from Zipper Valley. It's gorgeous. Bergman, she loves the Louie. I know. I've made so many too. Yeah. It is actually one of my favorite patterns. Tara did good with the Louie. Go get the pattern. If you haven't, go get some of this material and make one. With the denim, interface it with like an SF101 to the edges. It won't hurt your seam allowances, but it needs it because it frays pretty good. It's denim, you know. It sews beautifully. The Louie is meant to be a little bit of a slouchy bag. I mean, look at this one. This is lamb that I used foam on. And it's meant to be slouchy like that. I love it. All right. I think I'm going to go jump in the pool for a couple hours and fall asleep. That's my plan. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you. Thanks, Jan, for being here. Teresa was here for a while. Brenna was here. Mona was here. Ellie was here. Lori was here. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you. Make sure you do a thumbs up. That makes a big difference for us. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.